What I found during my time in Guyana is that people can sometimes be very one sided, especially when it comes to stereotypes, race, and how different groups are treated, even down to, you know, speaking differently with a different accent than they do. You often hear people say that, well, you often hear Guyanese say that Guyanese are known for their warmth, hospitality, and friendliness. But based on some of what I personally witnessed and experienced, I think it is fair to question that statement. Who exactly is that friendliness extended to? Is it easy to describe a society as friendly when you are surrounded by people who look like you, share the same background, or part of the same social or ethnic group? The real test of friendliness and hospitality is how you treat those who are different from yourself. Different ethnicity, nationality, appearance, social class, cultural background, the way you speak. Warmth should not be selective. If kindness disappears when the person standing in front of you looks different or speaks differently, then perhaps we need to have a more honest conversation about stereotypes, prejudice, racism, instead of simply repeating the ideal that everyone is welcomed. By now, many people have heard about the attack on Anthony, the YouTuber behind Jump's travel documentary. His story gained attention because he has an online platform and the incident was able to reach a large audience. But there is another question that deserves to be asked. Was this really an isolated incident? What about people who experience harassment, intimidation, discrimination, or violence but do not have a YouTube channel? Thousands of followers or a social, media presence strong enough to make their story go viral. Their experiences may never make, international news. There may be no video, no public outrage, and no large audience demanding answers. That does not mean those incidents did not happen or, you know, does not have as much importance. When one highly visible case comes to light, we should not only focus on that individual incident, we should also ask whether it points to a wider problem and whether there are other people whose stories have simply never been heard. Sometimes the stories that go viral are the only ones we happen to see. The more difficult question is how many stories never make it online. So here it actually was on Starbrook News, a Guyanese, I guess, media source. Reading it to you, it says UK tourist says attacked by guest house owner. A 37-year-old UK national, Leonardo Chan, visiting Guyana for Mashramani 2025, was allegedly attacked by the owner of Julian's guest house on February 24th around midday. When SN reached out to the owner of the guest house, who goes by the name Julian, for the comment, he said, "I have nothing to say about it." Chan, who sustained a broken finger, multiple blunt force trauma wounds, and an infection, has since filed a police report and visited the Georgetown Public Hospital for medical assistance. Chan explained to SN yesterday that the incident began after he complained to the owner about the poor condition of his room, which he said had rats. This led to a heated argument, which escalated further when Chan had asked to store a bottle of water in a refrigerator in the reception area. After returning to retrieve the bottle, Chan was confronted by the owner, who accused him of stealing the bottle. According to Chan, the confrontation quickly turned violent. The owner is on video, witnessed by SN, brandishing an ice pick and throwing several chairs and a table at him. In response, Chan defended himself by grabbing a broken part of the wooden banister.
The room had rats, which led to a heated argument. Not the rats, the complaint led to a heated argument which escalated further when Chan asked to store a bottle of water in the fridge in the reception area. So I would assume the room they had fridges, sir. In the reception area. After returning to retrieve the bottle of water, Chan was confronted by the owner, who accused him of stealing the bottle of water. According to Chan, the confrontation quickly turned violent, and the owner is on the owner is on video, witnessed by Sabak News. They confirming what they saw, brandishing an ice pick and throwing several chairs and the table of Chan.
Now, let's look at this article here that I found posted on Facebook, June the 2nd, 2026. It says, Guyanese must stand up against Chinese abuse in Guyana. I honestly thought, he says, a simple larceny case would be left for the authorities to handle. I never knew some Chinese business owners felt empowered to abuse, beat, or take the law into their own hands when they catch someone stealing. I have seen several videos over the years where individuals were tied up and assaulted by Chinese businessmen or publicly humiliated after being accused of theft. The latest incident is another example of a troubling trend. Let me be clear, I do not support stealing. However, if someone is caught committing a crime, the proper course of action is to call the police and allow the legal system to deal with the matter. No one should be acting as judge, jury, or executioner. If citizens begin responding in the same manner, it could create even greater tension and division in our society. We must uphold the rule of law and ensure that everyone, regardless of nationality or background, respects it. This version keeps your main point while making it clearer, more balanced, and more impactful. That's what he says. Now here's this thing. He's pointing out it to be just Chinese in Guyana doing that are hostile. To me, it's very one-sided, right? Why pick on one particular group in Guyana? Does he not? Well, we're going to look at it. Is it just the Chinese? Is it only acceptable depending on what race you are in Guyana to do certain things? But you know what? Let's look at the video first.
You want me to tell you? Huh? Fucking thief! You know? Huh? You know? You know? Even you know what you got to. Fuck you all. Huh? You want to Huh? Kung paano ganti? Lili po fucking ganti. Nobody, you fucking you know work. Huh? You humble? You humble, you ganti. If you want to go station. Huh? You fucking know what Chinese man. Huh? You know like thief man. Huh? Alright. You pants? You know you pants? It's fucking motherfucker. Why don't you? Killing? Killing your teeth. And who you gonna kill? Why you gonna kill? Huh? Why you gonna kill? Who got it? Huh? Who got it? You say, who got you? Nobody. Huh?
I'm going to correct myself because I believe I said it was a man, but it's a female who wrote that post. So let's look at this article that was in the news here. Well, it says Guyana Express News on Facebook. Crime alert. Man allegedly threatens worker after refusing to pay them. My name is Adriel and I'm Cuban. I'm sharing this account because I believe people need to know what happened to me in Georgetown. This man hires people to work for him, and according to my experience, he exploits them and then refuses to pay them. He also makes threats, including threatening to call the police or even shoot people who challenge him. Yesterday, I told him that I no longer wanted to work for him. He told me to leave and said he was not going to pay me for money he owes me. I was extremely angry at the time, so I decided to leave and return today to collect what I was owed. When I returned today and demanded my money, he allegedly, and I don't know how they can say allegedly because we see the video and the guy has a gun in his hands, pulled a firearm and pointed it at me. I was unable to record that part of the incident. Afterward, he allegedly tried to get me to go inside the shop where I believed he intended to harm me. I refused to be intimidated and left the area. I'm sharing the other video here as evidence of what happened. This incident took place today right out in the street in Georgetown with members of the public passing by.
No salvar a nadie, maricón. De esta no te salva a nadie.
Conceal your weapon, so you need to pay these people. Look, he's starting to pay money, ya la.
Hey. Look, venga.
What's going to do, big man?
Look,
What's going to do?
look.
What's going to really doing, big man?
I need my money.
Conceal your weapon.
Hey,
You don't have to come.
it's police. Hi, police.
Hey, Big Smith, wait there.
Yeah.
I said you have video here, so.
Más de business, man.
Tira. Yeah. Vamos, tira. Yo no le tengo miedo a esa pinga.
Adriel.
No tiene nada.
Ya, para que no tiene cargador.
Hey. Your police.
Okay, and now we see this post where a police assaulted a woman because she was exercising, it says here, her constitutional right to video her interaction with a police to protect herself from inhuman treatment. And, I mean, being a police is a name, but it shows again, it's a cultural sort of, a thing that assault, laying hands on each other is just really common. And, you can talk to someone, you could get angry at someone, you can use words at someone, but the laying on hands really, I think, is something that needs to be addressed there.
It was green when you were talking and then it come off.
You don't even know.
Me understand that they are doing their work.
I step out from the police friend.
But what I not understand is that
Why are you asking us to step out of the
How
compound?
you come here? Where do you mean the compound? And I said, come out of this compound. I'm telling you. Don't get me vexed. Come out of the compound. Mommy, let us come out.
Okay, here's one. CGID calls on Guyana police to arrest and charge young man caught on video violently abusing a young woman who appears to be his partner. There are 2 videos circulating on social media with this young man holding a knife to this young lady's throat, beating her and then burning her with a lighter. I think I'm gonna let the video speak for itself here.
Hey! Hey, bye. Stop the madness. I'm sure don't even speak. Oh my God. Not me. You're right. Blow every time you light.
Tumbling the fuck, put your head on the head,
Now here's one. Drunk Guyana police officer fires AK-47 assault rifle at citizens. This is all-powerful Guyana Force Constable 26860 Henry of Port Katuma Police Station, Regional Division 6, today endangered the life of members of the community by brandishing and shooting a Guyana police force issued AK-47 as he threatened to shoot an additional with who he had an altercation with. He was off-duty, drunk, and in possession of a military assault rifle, which he fired at members of the public indiscriminately.
You come. Just gonna shoot your son. You want to shoot me?
You can get fucking police force!
Hey, don't try to fuck him. I shoot your son. I wait for you. Kneel up,
You alone, my boy!
Hey, come up here, man. Hey, come up here. Come up here.
What's going on? Hey, shot man!
I'm getting a video. Jamal, don't do trouble. Don't do trouble in his body. Don't do trouble. Wait, buddy, wait, Jamal, wait, buddy. I can't tolerate them.
And another one, brutal physical assault on worker, July 15th of this year by the United Workers' Party Guyana. The United Workers' Party calls for a thorough investigation by the Ministry of Labor and the Guyana Police Force. The employer, Amar Ahmad, was caught on video brutally beating one of his employees with a spade over missing keys.
You make a wrong mistake then.
Run! Understand by run! I can't put this on video. I can't hear what I'm officer. I can't run for this one. Run! What the fuck?
Okay, so I can go on and give so many different examples, but I'm going to end it here with this one. This was last year in August. Bail for Brian Max and Guyanese critic after weekend in studio assault. Now, I've seen a few things on this Guyanese critic, and he's crazy, but I guess people like that. And he's obnoxious, racially obnoxious to people. But anyways, this is Georgetown, Guyana. Now, I do find that most of these incidences happen in Georgetown, Guyana, and I have seen videos where people outside of Georgetown, Guyanese who live outside of Georgetown and move to Georgetown or visit Georgetown, say it's hostile in Georgetown. Well, it says here, two well-known public figures, political candidate Brian McIntosh, Brian Max, and social media commenter Miguel Rodriguez, the Guyanese critic, appeared in court on Monday following a heated studio I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't be laughing, but I mean, these are public figures. Altercation on August 23rd. McIntosh, representing the We Invest in Nationhood Win Party, was charged with using abusive language towards O.C. Rogers and provoking both Rodriguez and Rogers with intent to insult or annoy. He pleaded not guilty and was granted $15,000 bail on each of the three charges. Rodriguez, 45, faced the more serious allegation of unlawfully and maliciously wounding McIntosh. He also entered a not guilty plea and was released on $100,000 bail. The case has drawn significant public attention due to the long-standing online rivalry between the two men. By the way, I have also seen, I'll have to find it, but there's another one where this Guyanese critic guy also assaulted another man. Okay, people, learn to even... Okay, abusive language, yes, is not nice, but you go beyond when you start to physically attack each other. So I think that needs to be addressed. Instead of various Guyanese trying to ethnically pick out one group, like we saw in the beginning of this video, blaming, this man too, his accent, they said Chinese, but he clearly has a Guyanese accent, saying, making it about race. Realize it's about a changing of mentality, especially if Guyana wants to make this place hospitable for tourists. You have to be also hospitable to yourselves.
You make a wrong mistake then.
Run! Understand by run! I can't put this on video. I can't hear warranty officer. I can't run for this one. Run!
And here's my last one before I start to end my video. This one was in March. Real News Guyana. Police are currently investigating an alleged assault involving a 14-year-old student from Kitty, Georgetown, which occurred at around 4 p.m. March 12, 2026. According to preliminary reports, the teenager was allegedly attacked by 6 males who reportedly kicked and physically assaulted him, leaving him with multiple injuries. The injured teen was rushed to Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, where he remains admitted and receiving medical care. Authorities have since arrested a 17-year-old male from Durban Street, Georgetown, who is suspected to have been involved in the incident. So, what do you think can be done, to change people's mentalities in the way they see each other and treat each other? Anyways, you know what? Comment, let me know what you think.